Wanted money, but the record company wanted to give me money. Let me see. I ended up getting a record deal like that.
John Mellencamp is an American rock musician who specializes in heartland rock. He's a commercially influential artist who has sold over 40 million albums globally and has 7 top-rated mainstream rock songs, which is the most by a solo artist. He's been very musically talented, and when he was 14 years old, he joined his first band. He has sung in several other local bands. Mellencamp is also a founding member of Farm Aid, which started in 1985 with a concert in Champaign, Illinois, to raise concern about the decline of family farms and funds to maintain farm families on their property. Farm Aid concerts have been an annual tradition for the last 36 years, and the group has gained more than $60 million as of 2021. Mellencamp was included in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Mellencamp was honored with included in the Songwriters Hall of Fame. Bob Dylan, James Brown, and the Rolling Stones are among his inspirations.
Every day of my life, buddy, don't forget, you're the handsomest, luckiest, talented boy in the world.
If you enjoy these videos, please remember to hit the like button, as it does help us out a lot. And comment below who your favorite celebrity is that you'd love to see in an upcoming video. His full name is John J. Mellencamp, but is also known as Johnny. He was born October 7, 1951 in Indiana, making him 69 at the time of this production. He stands at 172 centimeters tall. John Mellencamp is fortunate to have survived his youth. He told an interview that he was 9 or 10 years old, and one day a kid asked about a big scar on his back. He went home and asked his parents about it. His parents later on assured him that he should not worry because he'd undergone back surgery. Shortly after his birth in 1951, Mellencamp had surgery for the lower spine, a birth defect that causes an opening in the spinal column, showing the spinal cord to stretch beyond the body and form development. In the early 1950s, that was almost a lethal disease, but a new surgical procedure spared young Mellencamp's life. He fell victim to 2 of the traps that entrapped numerous innocent freshmen: marijuana and alcohol. While talking to Rolling Stone, he said, "I was so high on marijuana, and it had such a profound effect on me, there were days in college when I couldn't even get off the sofa. I'd lie down next to the record player listening to Roxy music so I wouldn't have to stand up to turn the record over. I'd be out for 4 to 5 days in a row like that." Mellencamp had successfully recovered from all alcohol and drugs by the time he turned 21. According to a CBS News interview in 2018, John Mellencamp gave up alcohol and drugs, but he's not a guy without addiction. He's a constant smoker of cigarettes. Mellencamp started smoking cigarettes at the age of 10, and he doesn't believe that more than 50 years of the drug has been hazardous to his health. Rightly or wrongly, I conclude that the combination of cigarettes and alcohol, the 2 of them together, is what attracts people. The concept does not hold much weight, given that Mellencamp had a heart attack in 1994 at the relatively young age of 42. From 1970 to 1981, Mellencamp was married to Priscilla Esterline, and from 1981 to 1989, he was married to Victoria Granucci. On September 5, 1992, he married fashion model Elaine Irwin Mellencamp, and Irwin declared their divorce on December 30, 2010, ending 18 years of marriage. Their divorce was finalized in 2011 after the pair reached an amicable settlement of all matters, including property and maintenance rights, custody and support of their children, and all other issues. According to the settlement agreement, Mellencamp has 5 children from his 3 marriages: Michelle from the first marriage to Esterline, Teddy Joe and Justice from his second marriage to Granucci, and Hud and Speck from his 3rd marriage to Irwin. Teddy Mellencamp appeared on screen in The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills for 3 seasons. Mellencamp started dating actress Meg Ryan after his divorce from Irwin. According to reports, Mellencamp and Ryan stayed together for 3 years and then parted ways. Mellencamp allegedly began dating former supermodel Christy Brinkley in September 2015. The couple's publicist announced their split in August 2016. Mellencamp and Ryan were confirmed to have reunited and were dating again in July 2017. The pair got engaged in November of 2018. On October 30th, 2019, it was announced that the actress had called off their engagement. Mellencamp had begun dating skincare specialist Jamie Sherrill from the beginning of the year. According to reports in April 2020, Mellencamp and Sherrill split up in January 2021, according to a celebrity magazine.
That's what I wanted. I wanted to sound like, Louis Armstrong. But I didn't. I sounded like a white guy. And now I got it. These are my babies. Come on.
Mellencamp is of German origin and was born in Seymour, Indiana. He was diagnosed with spina bifida and underwent corrective surgery as a child. He has 4 siblings. His father used to work in a local electric company. He developed a keen interest in music at a young age in his early 20s. He joined a cover band called Crepe Soul. Mellencamp, who had a defiant streak, preferred to hang out with his peers and party rather than focus on his studies. His stern father attempted but failed to persuade him to follow athletics and academics. Mellencamp eloped with a pregnant Priscilla Esterline when he was 18 years old. Before returning to his music, Mellencamp studied at Indiana's Vincennes University and tried to find stable jobs. He moved to New York to start a musical career. There he met Tony DeFries, who immediately gave him the stage name of Johnny Cougar. Under his current stage name, he released his first record, Chestnut Street Incident, a compilation of covers. In 1976, the record was a flop. After failing for a few years, he had his first major hit in 1979 with the single I Need a Lover, which was on his record John Cougar. The album also included the songs Miami and Tiny Paradise. It ranked at number 1 on the Billboard and went on to become the year's best-selling album. It included the songs Jack and Diane and Hurt So Good. His album peaked at number 2 on the Billboard 200. 3 of the album's singles entered the top 10. One of his most influential albums was The Lonesome Jubilee, released in 1987. It was dedicated to his uncle, who'd been diagnosed with cancer and died when the song was being recorded. The soulful album was recorded in 10 countries of the world. He started touring in the 1980s and toured internationally all over the world during that decade. He came from rural areas, and most of his songs represent the spirit of the land he lived in. His musical career did not do well throughout the decade of the 2000s. He released several albums in 2001, 2003, and 2008, but none of them could match his previous success. He's also an accomplished painter. About the fact that his music career has taken precedence over his art career, he continues to paint as a form of artistic expression. He also exhibits his artwork daily.
Every day. I want to learn something every day. I want to make something every day. If I go for a day and don't make anything, I feel guilty about it.
One of the top paid artists. Mellencamp's net worth is $35 million. John J. Mellencamp owns a house in Indiana. John Mellencamp likely owns the following cars: Nomad station wagon, Chevy station wagon, Audi, a Rolls-Royce, a Toyota Land Cruiser.